Hello friends, welcome back. It is time to get my meals all planned out for the month of May. We are still in heavy baseball season, track season, so I am packing a lot of dinners. I am also doing a lot of crock pot meals to have all ready for when we get home late from the ball field or track. We have a very limited eating out budget, and so we like to do that, like on Friday or Saturday nights when we're all home, all together. I don't really like to waste that money picking up fast food here or there, because I didn't plan far enough ahead. So I thought I would show you a little bit how I set up my meal plan in my Erin Condren Life Planner. That's the planner that I've been using for years and years and years. I have gone back and forth between planners sometimes, and I always come back to this one. Just has everything I need. This is just a blank note page at the beginning of my monthly view of my planner. And so right now I'm just figuring out how many dinners I need to actually plan for. And it's quite a bit this month because May is a long month. And like I said, we're kind of to the point where there's not leftovers in order to have a whole nother dinner. If there's leftovers, it's enough for one or two people to have for lunch, which is usually myself or my 19-year-old daughter if she's home from work that day. So right now I'm figuring out how many crock pot meals I need to have, and then how many meals I need to have that are very packable, like in a thermos or just in a cooler type of deal. So I've determined all of that. It looks like it's about 6 and 6, and then the rest of the dinners I can just cook those normally at home. So those must be just practice nights or something like that. Then I like to have a little section for lunch, a little section for snacks and sides, and I'm really just writing down ideas, and that way I know when I go to make out my grocery list, some ideas for lunch, ideas for breakfast, and then for the snacks and the sides, we always have veggies as a side for dinner. And I don't write that down, but if there's something that needs a specific ingredient, or if I need to make it ahead of time, it's a side dish that requires more than just cooking vegetables, I'll write it there sometimes. And then if there's any additional snacks that need to be baked or something like that, I like to write it there just to remind myself that I had planned for that. So now I'm getting the breakfast section all set up, and then I also like to have a little dessert section because we are trying to have family nights on Saturday nights. It seems to be the night that almost everyone is home. And I don't care if my kids invite friends to join us or whatever, but I have asked as much as possible that they try to be home on Saturday nights. Because it just seems to be the only night that we're all together. And I will make dessert on that night, and we'll either watch a Tigers baseball game together, or we will play a game. Sometimes we'll watch a movie, something like that. All right, we are all set up, and we are to the point where we are going to start writing in our dinner plan. First up, my son Jericho is turning 15 in May, and so one of those nights we will have his choice of a dinner out, so I just wanted to go ahead and plan that in. I have some orange chicken from Costco along with some egg rolls, and then all I have to do is bake that and get the rice going, so that's a very easy dinner. That one probably could also be packed, but everyone enjoys that, so I try to make that when we're at home. Asian pork dumplings. This is a viral Instagram reel recipe. We really liked it. I made it the first time in April, but there are some tweaks I'm going to make to it. The dumpling wrapper got a little bit soggy, So I think I will cook the dumpling, like the pork meatballs, a little bit first before I put the dumpling wrappers on top. Pioneer Woman pizza, I switched between this one and Detroit style pizza. Greek chicken bowls, that one is also a family favorite. Breakfast, I have some bacon left in the freezer from April. And so we always have sourdough bagels in the freezer that I make. I'll just come up with a bunch of different things to have for breakfast that night. Spaghetti is always a staple. Barbecue chicken thighs, that one will be for Memorial Day. I did have ribs planned, but in lieu of budget, I was like, okay, we're just going to do chicken this year. We'll save the ribs for like 4th of July. Brats, I have a bunch of extra hot dog buns in the freezer that I would like to get cleaned up, so we're going to have brats. Bang Bang chicken, that is my son's probably all-time favorite that I make. I try to make it once every month for him. Homemade mac and cheese with smoked sausage. Very easy recipe. And in fact, my daughter Julia, one of her friends, always requests it every single time she comes over. She just wants the homemade mac and cheese. And I've given her the recipe. It's super easy, but she wants me to make it for her. Lazy lasagna. I have a bunch of brown rice noodles that I'm just not getting through, and so I thought this would be a great one to use up some of those. Gumbo, that one is a great packable dinner also. I could actually switch that to the packable dinner if I need something hot. Whole smoked chicken. I haven't been able to smoke a chicken because it just hasn't worked out with the weather. And I keep forgetting that has to defrost for like 2 days ahead of time. It's like a solid chicken. So I just need to remember to take that out in time, and then I need to remember to start it soon enough on a day where the weather cooperates. We've had a lot of rain. Okay, cheeseburger sliders. That was a recipe I got from my daughter's boyfriend's mom last month, and we all really enjoyed it. So I will be making that one again. Buffalo turkey sloppy joes. That's a family favorite as well. Super easy. I can have that ready at home and then leave it in the crock pot, and everybody can eat as they need to. Beef stroganoff, I put ×2 because I have to make a double recipe of that to have enough. Sausage sheet pan dinner. This one is just so incredibly easy, and I just harvested my first bunch of asparagus from my asparagus that I have planted in my garden, so that's exciting. I love to do potatoes, some sort of roasted vegetable, and then you do that for a while, and then you put the sausages on top, put it back in. Super simple. We are now to the crock pot meals. So these are meals that I will have ready for when we get home late from a track meet or ball game. Crock pot pork chops, pulled pork barbecue, chicken Caesar salads. I'll have the chicken all grilled, the lettuce all chopped, dressing all made. All we have to do is put it together when we get home. Enchilada meatballs and rice. This one is very yummy. You just do meatballs, enchilada sauce, cheese in the crock pot, and then you serve it all over rice. Super simple. Beef tacos, again, ×2. I have to do a double recipe of that one. And then crock pot butter chicken, which I'm constantly tweaking that recipe to our liking. All right, the next section are dinners that I'm going to pack in thermoses or coolers to take with us. So tortellini primavera, again, thinking about my asparagus that I can harvest. It's very delicious in that recipe. And then just a simple marinara tortellini, because I will have the double pack from Sam's. So I'm just going to do sandwiches twice in the cooler, a lentil curry in the thermos one time, and then Frito chili pie. That one I can actually pack and leave at home because sometimes people are getting home at different times if my husband and I are like at a baseball game, if we're not split up that night. Okay, lunch ideas. Rotel chicken salad. This is one of my favorites. It has grapes, rotel, celery, canned chicken, and basically mayonnaise and a little bit of honey, and it's delicious. Quinoa bowl. I have some quinoa in the freezer actually that I need to use up, so that's a simple lunch. And then pimento cheese dip. That is a Paula Deen recipe that is delicious. Our sides that we're going to have, I just want to remind myself that I have those egg rolls to go with some of those. We can either do them with the pork dumplings or we can also do them with the orange chicken. Potato salad, that's going to be for Memorial Day. Pickled coleslaw, also for Memorial Day. I haven't made sourdough bread in a long time. We've just been really busy. And then I decided to just grab a couple of like Rice-A-Roni type packs from Aldi to have with our one of those meat dinners, maybe the crock pot pork chops, something like that. And then I have some freeze-dried corn that I need to get used up, so I'm just reminding myself of that because it is down in my storage room, and we will be doing corn again this year, so I need to get that used up before it is time to freeze-dry more corn. Breakfast homemade McGriddles have been a very popular hit with my son and my daughter, so I need to make sure that I always have stuff to make that. Sourdough bagels, I'm actually just took a batch out of the oven. I can smell them right now, so I just slice those up and put those in the freezer. Baked oatmeal, one of my daughters, my husband and I really like this, so I'll do that like on a weekend. No-bake cookies, I don't care if they have no-bake cookies just because of the oatmeal and the peanut butter in there. And then yogurt and granola. My husband and I really like this low-sugar yogurt with keto granola on top. For our family nights, I'm going to do apple crisp and ice cream. I have some apple crisp, I have it made up in the freezer. I just have to put the topping on top. Homemade McFlurries, I tried that last month and that was very good. Texas sheet cake, and then just simple brownies. So that is our whole menu for the month. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!